I just got all the foam on the top of the coffee. Good morning, everybody. I hope that you are well. Yes, I am still in my pajamas, but I've got some very exciting news. My flights to Australia have been booked for 2 months' time. It's gonna be the very start of my big trip that I've got planned. The one where I'm getting everything on my bucket list ticked off. And I know I said that I was considering going to Australia as well. And yes, it's happening. And it's starting in Melbourne. I am so excited to head back out to Oz. It's gonna be going back into summer there. Oh, I need to top up my tan because it is fading so quickly. And do you remember this guy? Daryl from a couple videos back where we were talking about what to do when you're starting off your working holiday visa in Australia. Well, I'm going to be meeting up with him and I'm going to be doing his Welcome to Travel 8... Oh, the sun has gone. I'm going to be doing his Welcome to Travel 8-day tour around Melbourne and the surrounding areas. And I wanted to invite you guys along, see if any of you wanted to join me. I'm going to be doing the tour that starts on the 25th of November, and this tour is going to take us around Melbourne. We're going to go see the penguins, the koalas, the kangaroos, wine tasting, you have a surf lesson, I think there's paddleboarding, there's rooftop bars, and just exploring loads of Melbourne and ticking loads of Australia bucket list items off. It sounds like such a good trip, and of course Daryl is going to be there. He just knows absolutely everything about flipping Australia and can help everyone out. If you did want to come on exactly the same tour as me, starting in Melbourne on the 25th of November, I've got a discount code for you. You can get $100 off with my discount code BB100. I think that stands for Backpacking Bananas, but can't be sure. Or if you can't start on that date and want to do any of the other Welcome to Travel tours, you can still use a discount code BB50 and get 50 Aussie dollars off, which is amazing. I love being able to give you guys discounts. That's so cool. That feels like proper pro YouTuber. So yeah, Melbourne has been booked. I'm gonna be on my way in less than 2 months, which is very exciting but a little bit scary. Am I gonna be ready? I don't know. I've got so much to do, so much work to still catch up on. August and the beginning of September has literally been the busiest month of my year. For the past couple of years, it's been absolutely hectic, but I've loved it. And I do have a bunch of sponsored videos coming for you. I'm sorry that they're all coming at once and not in between other videos, but your girl's making money. But yeah, in the lead up to the 25th of November, I am going to be working weekends. I'm going to be working every single day into the evenings to make sure that I get everything done. And I've made a list of the things that I'm doing today because I want to be super productive. I wrote this list yesterday because I was stressing just a little bit in the evening about how much I had to do today, and I didn't want to forget anything, and I wanted to make sure that I got everything that I needed to do done. And now I feel so much better about it. So I'm just going to work through this list, bring you along with me because I'm wanting this to be a productive day. I'm going to get stuff done. And yeah, I guess if you're interested in a little behind the scenes look of what I get up to day to day when I'm not traveling, then this might be interesting for you. So the first thing on my to-do list is to go to Curry's, probably the last time which I will ever be going into Curry's. If you've been following me for a while, you will know that Curry's still have my hard drive with all of my Sri Lanka footage, which broke, so I sent it into them to get fixed, and I was getting updates from them for a while, just like text saying, oh, we're still working on it, we're still working on it. Months went by, then nothing, no contact from them whatsoever. So I went in a few times to be like, hey, what's going on? Like, you still have my hard drive, but I'm not getting updates from you anymore. They were so unhelpful, and I went in like 3 times and they just kind of like battered me off as if to be like, it's all gonna be okay, we will message you. I should have been more like on it, but I wasn't because I'm not that type of person and I'm busy, I got things to do. I can't be chasing up something which they're supposed to be handling themselves. Anyway, I finally got a text back about last week saying they have returned my hard drive back to the Currys in Woking unrepaired. After all those months, and I spent so much money on this, if I don't get this money back, I will not be happy. And I'm not an angry person. I will never shout at anyone, but someone might get shouted at today, depending on how they handle this. And then I haven't given up hope with the hard drive. I'm going to try and send it to some independent place in London because I've heard that they are so much better, but I don't know one specifically. If you have any recommendations, let me know. But anyway, off I go now to Currys. The really annoying thing is, I really hope this won't be a problem, because my phone broke the other day. I dropped it all. My I dropped it in the toilet and yeah, it's a bit out of action. Well, it's currently in rice. I don't have the text stating the number, the reference number. All I have is the receipt, but I also have obviously my name and my ID. So let's hope that won't be a problem. Right, here we go. Currys, don't let me down like you already have. Wish me luck. I'm really, really bad at confrontations. Hello, I'm back. Success, kind of. Obviously, it's not a repaired hard drive, but I already knew that, which is disappointing. But I've got the hard drive back and they refunded me the full amount which I paid, which was a lot of money and no issues, no fuss. So well done, Currys. You've not exactly redeemed yourself of all the trouble that I've went through over the past few months, but at least that was no trouble. And that was what I wanted. So first task of the day complete, and now all of my other activities at home, so let's get going. So I just had pasta for lunch, and in the last 45 seconds on the timer, I tried to hold a handstand for the entire time, as you do, and I did it, and I'm pretty sure that's like the longest handstand I've ever held. I'm gonna try and recreate it. Maybe like 30 seconds, it wasn't as long, but I've got a belly full of pasta, all right? So the things I try and get done in the morning, believe it or not, it is actually still the morning despite the fact that I've had lunch. Normally I have lunch at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. I don't know why, I don't really have breakfast, I just have a coffee and then I get hungry and then I have a very early lunch and a very early dinner. That's just how I do things. But it's still the morning despite the fact that I've had lunch. And in the morning, I like to do the little bits and bobs of just things that I need to do. In the morning, I'm at my most productive. I want to get things done. And so things like replying to emails or, you know, something that might take me half an hour as opposed to a few hours, or errands like running to Currys and stuff. So the next thing on my list is that I need to make some changes to a sponsored video, which is coming up. Because typically when you do a sponsored video with a brand, they like to see it before it goes out, just to make sure that it's okay for them, which is completely fair. So I've just got a couple of changes to make on this one video, and then I'll be able to send it back. I get asked this all the time, but I use Final Cut Pro to edit my videos on a Mac. It's like the paid for upgrade from iMovie, and I really like it. It's so easy to use, and I think even beginners can use Final Cut Pro, but it's pricey, it's like £300. Okay, so it's like 3.5 hours later. That took a lot longer than I was expecting. My computer's being so slow. I like upgraded the software and stuff, and now, it's just so difficult to work with. I got my laptop in 2014, so it probably is due an upgrade, but that's a lot of money. But I did finish what I needed to do, so well done me. Now I have to tackle my emails, which is not something that I'm completely used to doing. I used to work with a manager and I'm not anymore, and so it means I'm getting so much more emails coming in. I'm not very good at replying to emails, but I do feel good when I'm on top of my emails and I can just like smash them out and, you know, reply to everyone. I know that sounds such a basic thing, but I guess because I'm just not used to it, yeah, it makes me feel good when I smash it out and get everything done. But it does take a bit of time, but I do enjoy managing myself because it makes me feel like a girl boss and I'm like negotiating things over email. And I don't know, that makes me feel really good. And like I can go and smash my goals. The thing is, when you're a freelancer, you don't have a boss, you don't have anyone to answer to, which sounds like the absolute dream, and it is great, but you have to completely motivate yourself to do everything because you have to set your own deadlines. You have to make sure that the work's getting done. No one's gonna be looking over your shoulder going, "Are you getting the work done?" Like, it's all on you, and that can be tough sometimes, which is why I procrastinate a lot. But I am getting better, and coffee helps. This is my second one of the day. I try not to have more than 2, otherwise I get the jitters. Anyway, it's time to do some emails. Yes, I've replied to all my emails. I still have a bunch of things to do, and this is when it gets hard, right? Because Cheryl, my good friend Cheryl, just texted me like, "Hey, like, do you want to hang out? What are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just working from home." And she's like, "Oh, you know, let's do something, let's hang out." And normally in the past I have been guilty of just being like, okay, and I'm like, oh, what I'm doing is not important because it's only work for myself, right? Well, no, then you get nothing done. Then I get nothing done. I have to say no to social invitations. Well, I haven't said no to Cheryl. I'm like, let's hang out this evening. But I'm hoping that will give me more motivation to finish what I'm doing right now. I've got a few more hours left in the day, and what I'm going to be doing is starting an edit for a new video, and I'm going to be making a video all about how I edit my travel vlogs. I'll give you a little taster of that today. I'll show you what I do when I very first start editing a video, when I've got all the footage and I'm about to start the process. What do I do? So first of all, I have all of the footage in one folder. I normally categorize my folders by location and then by a bit more of a specific location or activity or something, and then inside there I'll have a folder which says videos and one which says photos, and so all the videos for that one particular topic video are going to go into that one folder. It's not messing around with a bunch of other photos or a bunch of other videos. Everything's collectively in one folder, and I try to do that as soon as I have filmed, like that night, transfer things onto my hard drive. I hope you can see this okay, or you know, close enough. So I open Final Cut Pro, then I go File, New, Library. Now this is where the video edit is going to be saved, so I work directly off of my hard drive. So this is going to be Catalonia Video 1, because I'm going to be making 2 videos. In this little box on the side, this is where I'm going to import my media, so I just find it easiest to find where I have saved all of the videos. Command A, select all, and then I'm going to drag it into this media box. I'm dreading seeing how much footage I've got. This is always a scary moment because you realise how many hours of footage you have for one video. It can sometimes be a bit depressing. Then you realise how long it's going to take you to edit the video, kind of sometimes. Okay, alright, that's not as bad as I was expecting. 1 hour and 43 minutes. So what I do, first thing I do is I go File, New Project, and I'll name it the same thing that I've named my library, and then quite literally I will Command A to all of my clips again. I will drag them into the timeline, and after I've done that, basically the process of what I do is I go through from start to finish. I cut all of the crap, the stuff that I know that I definitely don't want. Or if there's a clip which I know I want to speed up or slow down, I'll do that. And also at this point, I will rearrange the video into more of an order, because sometimes the videos can get a bit jumbled, or especially if I've got more than one camera being used, like sometimes all the stuff from one camera goes right at the end, and then so I call it my initial edit, but I think it's supposed to be called an assembly edit. I'll rearrange the clips into a fairly good order. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be doing for this video. It's going to take me a long time because obviously I have a lot of footage to get through. On my list, I've said that I'm going to start editing this video. Like, it's just not realistic to be like, edit the whole thing, because I've done that in the past and it just hasn't happened. And then I procrastinate a lot more because I've given myself an unrealistic goal. It's all trial and error. It's all a learning curve when you are working for yourself, for sure, but I'm getting there. And that is the end of this video. Sorry, I'm stopping a bit abruptly. I just thought this vlog was getting a little bit too long. I really hope that you enjoyed it and are having a productive day yourselves. Come join me in Australia if you can. I'll have all the links to Welcome to Travel, and of course remind you my discount codes down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!